based on okay.
Fambulem una ado. This is exactly 8:30. As today we've been promised una as the race to State House continue. We'll be expect Mr. Charles Francis Margai, the leader of the PMDC, but we not see a mate, but we try for get in touch with him. And anytime we get him, we will bring him to una. But before then, we dey continue the program because important development then they take place in a salon as we dey speak regarding campaign and elections. But una stay tuned and una not forget for share as many as you can. So stay tuned. Fambulem una ado. This na Cycle John as I tell una just now. And while we dey wait for Mr. Charles Francis Margai, but even though he don't like almost 31 minutes past the time we will be the expect him, but hopefully we never say never. We don't know what happen because then these are maybe some internet issues been there happen at salon. But today I deal with the CEO of Then and Now. We not no other person but Prince Chroma. Of course, this face here, strange to una. So you are welcome, Prince.
Yeah, many thanks, Sekou John. Really do appreciate that. And Fambulem, we bring warm greetings to una from the TNN, Then and Now TV Media Empire platform. Today, obviously, na the 7th of June, na the year 9 on Court Rousseau, 2023. And we suppose forget, and we still keep our fingers crossed, a very massive interview and the series, the race for State House, elections, as we people are about for make a decision on who that will represent them in the next 5 years. We series continue for run. And one of the series in this particular segment supposed to be an interview with Charlse Margai, a major figure on the Sierra Leonean political agenda. So I'm very proud for being on the show here again tonight. Sekou John, here is in control, and ably, here now in left wing or in lieutenant is me, and very proud for being on the program. Thank you. I'm very proud for being on the show here again tonight.
Okay, thank you so much. And well, we get for discuss while we wait for Charles Margai for see whether he could join me. But we get for discuss about waiting to go on at the country right now. But we appeal to everybody for share as many as una can able for share, and so that we go get a lot of viewers. But as una know, today the president Julius Maada Bio bin go Kalangba for go campaign. He go there. Then from there, as I speak to una right now, he dey Makeni and in the campaign day. While the opposition APC then be the Kenema, but we don't get videos them, and then we the hear about some attacks them we then say then allege say na SLPP then attack them according to what they say, but yeah. So I think those things like they are very important for me to discuss and make everybody know what they happen. So, Mr. Crewman, I don't know whether you get anything for say on that, because I believe say you said don't get some videos them on the waiting they go on Kenema.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Many thanks again for that. Just a short but brilliant insight. And this is quite true. There's a lot of development, Fambulem, ongoing at the country. And part of our responsibility now for bringing development and data una unfettered, very objective in a view, but these are the realities where they happen at the country. And we even the suspect say possibly this could be one of the reasons why we guess not able to join we or might not join we for tonight, because everything was cleared. But we find out say there are internet problems, communication in the country, but there are internet problems, there are restrictions, and etc. So there's a lot ongoing. And we know, say, I think this is 17 days. Sekou, I don't know whether I'm correct, or 16 days to election day. So obviously the pressure cooker is on, and the absolute apogee, the top or the cardinal, this is where we are approaching. So we get few video that we want to show una waiting they happen around the country. But please don't be selfish. We ask una help for shape this particular broadcast. Let other person and be witness. Let me take a look at the first video where we get as to waiting they happen around the country, some parts of the country. And like Sekou John say, the president, they na Makeni. And Makeni is the stronghold of the opposition All People's Congress. And the president, the campaign day. For what we understand, there are no skirmishes. We haven't had any report of skirmishes, of funny behaviors and what have you. So things seem so they in order. But in other parts of the country, there are skirmishes, and in some situation, it's very fluid. Say we need for lesson you audio by your other instrument. Go watch the first.
Of course, we're inside Kenema district as the SLPP one keep a heavy attack right now as we talk to now. Jericho just don't calm down, and also alert the police about this attack, and they get merchant them, they get different harmful things them for attack the APC right now inside Kenema district. As you see the street clear, you know, as we there, the tagment team, they are for giving a live coverage on the happenings inside Kenema district. As the SLPP don't give me a heavy threat here, Jericho there, where now we are waiting Vice President of the Republic of Sierra Leone and other comrades them. We there as the APC, we there so as we they confront heavy attack from the SLPP. Right now, we there so as these are the happenings of Kenema district right now as the SLPP attack the APC right now. Courtesy of Tagman reporter is territory.
Okay, so far, Mulem, just a quick reminder. This is not one of the tape, but we want to make a disclaimer. When I can clearly see the owners or the production unit of that particular tape day is called the Tagman. The Tagman is an official affiliate of the All People's Congress. But of course, a point of observation is waiting the commentator they say it's not representative of waiting we self they see on the video. So probably they see something else and then they show we a video where not necessarily they show exactly what it is say. Having said this, it not mean say that such a thing that they happen on other side, because we get precedents then, especially where opposition they go campaign na the stronghold of the ruling party. So we may just want to make that clear, but probably the host of the program may have a different take to the video. Sekou?
Okay, thank you so much, Prince. Like this video, for example, we get this even time. Of course, we've been done the year some rumors of like something been don't happen earlier, but the second video we'll get for player. But as Prince say, this now from the APC side, now in will get this information from. But like earlier on, we'll be hearing back, then say, then arrest one of Jericho or the head of Jericho in, should you say personal bodyguards or marshals or something way. One gentleman within they call APC sheriff, way then they call Fidel Castro. Then allege say dem hold am for going to like between Kenema and Ebo, but around in Bo town, dem hold am then say dem hold am with pistol and then arrest am. We see a video where them like the police they arrest am with some of in comrades them. Then wear some polo them we get some cocoa or something like that. Then take them go na police station. So like we not see say like some tension they build up already because with that then before now Cherry Coco they enter now inside Kenema. Of course we understand when we see some video them we then say well like the program they go on, but then until this even tell we see we even get picture of somebody we then alleged back say the wound. But they say like after the program, where the APC them be they try for can now, according to them, then alleged say the SLPP them attack them. According to what they say, then the person where they talk is say SLPP talks. But this again, as I dey tell una na one-sided because we not get any like information from the police. Them we not see them arrest anybody. Say okay, this now one of the perpetrators. Then arrest. But as una they see the video, we will play for una they find out say and una dey hearing at the background where the APC then in the Allah say one piece, but we don't see about pictures them about two pictures of people the way they say. Of course, they wound definitely they wound, but because right now for professionalism, you no go say 100% na the SLPP them, but they say then allege say na SLPP then attack them. So, but you go wonder, okay, if well again, if you think critically, you go engage your mind, you go ask yourself really whether you go expect APC for attack APC, especially like Yanda. So, but you they see a pattern, like a pattern they will get other video back we will get for can play for now. We that now for enter na a place called Foinu then in Pujao. But then they will get for play for now. They again will they analyze and see. But like this nine na the thing, nine they happen na Kenema. So again, like the opposition they allege say SAPP then don't attack them na Kenema. And you dey find out say again it's like the head of the personal security them way or you call them marshals of Cherry Coco way na APC sheriff then arrest them allegedly they say they arrest her with a pistol. But again, Dandy back would they use say allege because the video back will get I think say we they can play that video they won't access listen the person will make the we record that video they him in the talk if they say the whole out with pistol. But again that way if in the talk say the whole out with pistol, they no show we pistol at that time, they no show them with pistol at the time where the person they make video because when they make them video then they at least you see the suspect, maybe then go say, okay, we don't hold out with this gun, but then just say we hold out with gun. That is why when you they analyze such, you get for be very careful because one, the person we then hold, and two, for for make una get a balanced information. So we they can play for una the second audio Wusai then say then arrest in the APC sheriff. Le wuna self listen. So then hold them according to what they say, then hold them with that pistol, then hold in the APC sheriff. But you see other APC them when a marshals them, and you see the police they hold some voting, then they call Koboko or something. Yes, because later again we see some pictures where then display denting and they will side and display the pistol and then display the Koboko. Then say this nine then hold them with. So but again, like what you they say so we will not see a press release from the police, and SLPP where they accuse will not see a press release from them, either confirming or denying. So far, we just want make family them una way they watch, make una know wetin dey happen na Sierra Leone. But again, like as we dey say no more, of course, the president he go na the north as well. He go Kalangba, You go there, then go. Lot of people then come out, they welcome am, and as we dey speak, them for day or like this evening, them in day McKinney. We not so far from that end day, we not hear any incident yet. So far, but I think say we they can bring for another other video, make una self watch.
Okay, Fambulem, again, just for add to waiting me, my colleague just say, as a responsible platform, we are very careful as to how we trade, because we business here now for create objectivity, impartiality, and try for stay somewhere in the middle. So we go take onus or responsibility for videos which are actually ours, or use we acumen for try for analyze videos that were sent to us by others. And so now that me come maybe try for make them clear. My colleague Sekou John will make that very clear. But just before we play the second video where they talk about, I get good news for Una. Charlse Margai just called for say that he will be appearing on the show. Of course, we get things a little bit mixed up, but we expect him for appear on the show. That's not the good news. But if you appreciate the good news, those of you who are watching, we are approaching 75 to 80 people watching. Of course, we start late and that can get an effect. Please share. 75 times 2, 80 times 2, that's 160, 150. Then we hear the second video.
Now you ground winner Fuendo Perry. So SFPP man.
We need to start this video
now. Then park there.
Evening.
Yes, brother Minister Mohamed Rando Soare. As they talk to you so presently, Fuendo Perry Road, we don't block them. We agree and say Samura Kamara, when APC presidential candidate, again for can enter na you ground winner Fuendo Perry. So SFPP man then na them park. As we they talk to you so entire Joya section, they all don't come park na Baghdadi, some they na Farabalo, so we don't deprive them na Juabo for enter by this mine payment. So like na demanding this. Yana Baghdadi would they so you see the rubber. Some man they over sayanda. Yanda so you see the checkpoint. Una grab anaba. You see the checkpoint. Una tima biara no more. Now the checkpoint is. Now so of me commander then. Now them park na ya. You see the checkpoint. Yana Baghdadi. There na Roma. You see. You see. So Fuendo. Una born Fuendo. We brothers then. We all done there now. Baghdadi now. As it start, we all day now we stand by. Now so of we brother than this. They are them. So the other gate there now Faraba. So like now demanding this. Now demanding this. We brothers then. We now don't see. We now they see So all park now yeah. As I they talk to una so. Now Fuendo Perry we they so Baghdadi. So we ready for kill APC. Raw one. Medical, una see who checkpoint. We did it now. To make Samura Kamara get the board man like can enter na Fuendo Perry. Indeed.
Also, money mistake.
All right, Famulem. I mean, this now you call self-implicating. This is a really damaging video, unlike the other. And this is what we are trying to do here. Provide analysis based on the material where we get. In this case, investigative journalism, investigative background, whether now with the security unit, is so self-implicating. It is real, it is live, it is real time. And the directions are there, the faces are there, they can be recognized, the voices are there. But I go throw this to Sekou. Let me see the analysis where you get over the video.
Yeah, okay. Like again, this video, of course, we get them. We will get them from the sources now from the APC them, but like it clearly Yeri, where then they implicate somebody, then they call in name when they then they mention Minister Rado is like na iyon village or the town inside commot, because this all na inside Pujeo. But again, we not get like again independent like confirmation say okay, this actually of course whether Nauda send them or not. So whether then take things upon themselves for do this. But again, like during where they ask question and other thing, like will be the year, because when I know say for the past weeks or from the last time will be yeri say them in the throw away acid, they don't throw away acid. Allegedly again, then throw away acid na some supporters of the APC. And but then today, for the first time, I hear that because not being hear that allegation back, we get an allegation where say who side the young man ya come out, the turn who side and come out, then say then self alleged say the aspirant of the APC go with talks, then throw away some acid from people them na the turn day. But I think say I get for waiting self, I think then day back I get some videos them I go waiting say we go play them videos then day for sure, because I guess videos them we then say at the hospital where again then allege say now from that incident day where then say na the APC candidate na into that action day. So but like I say, so we not get again from statement from the police for confirm, or statement from the SLPP say themselves then complain of this, and then the only complaint we been get but acid now from the APC them that I think that press release they been doing at the public for see. But this nine, but again we get people them who say no, like the of course then guy are called the Minister of Information in name, but people and they will say no, the minister if not a polite man, you know go even condone then guy are what in them do. So but like I tell you no more, we dey wait back and see what in the SLPP as a party will come out with, whether they will come out with a statement for address this issue. But I dey send these videos them. I think I don't send them for lay we will play them. Make we play there were this na hospital. You dey see people wound, but we go send one video because it too gruesome. So we no go play thing the way fearful na the platform. So yeah, this not the thing. You dey see the trend, you dey see the tendency for make violence take place. We don't see, and then it's really not nice. But again, you know, we hope say the authorities then go come in. I mean, lay the country all over the country, make them be peaceful, make peace then at the country, make all the political parties them able for go campaign each and every corner na salon without fear, without for fear of being attacked. I think CEO, I don't send this to you waiting say for let you see them video, then just check them. So anyway, while Prince they try for fix them video ya was sent to now, as like again somebody be they say well now then why I go maybe go down make them the young man ya don't angry because allegedly they say the APC candidate now go to people and then go attack them members and that turn day. So now it make them vex, then say okay, Samura no they enter. But again, this report will not be get them on a press release like how unlike the APC waiting them been do. So but now today they say they get this, but like the authorities then they handle the issues. But you know, these are the things like you see claims and you see counter claims until we get an independent body. Let's say the police them, they investigate, then come out, okay, then say, okay, so thing happen. Because even this incident where then throw away acid, despite where the APC then be make press release on the issue, we'll not see police either confirm or say, okay, we don't arrest anybody. So that ending back will be here, according to the APC press release, then say most of the members them now pujeon them in the target them, boku most of them run away. But now we dey wait again for see whose action. But again, you don't see wetin don happen today back. We then say na Kenema they attack the APC there. So, but wetin some of we like they really talk and they call for will make the authorities them, especially the government, because everybody, both government and the opposition, get a responsibility for ensure that peace dey in the country. But the bigger responsibility lies within the state again for protect the citizens then, because both APC members, SAPP members, they are all Sierra Leoneans. They deserve to be protected. They deserve to be protected. They don't deserve to be attacked, whether it's attack with acid or machete or anything. Really nice. That's and interestingly, like for example, we get a good news for Sierra Leone yesterday, where Sierra Leone then elect them for be a member of the Security Council, the non-permanent seat. So we get them. So like even the president, while watching video, he talk, he say, okay, now because of the success, the transformation we don't make from like being a country, a war-torn country, a country where them be known for war, fed, ala. Now we don't count democracy. We don't get a successive government, them now democracy did. So I wonder now, like, okay, with the hala, would they say, okay, because of we democratic path we don't take, but then now we can see then sad thing. We need for be tolerance, whether in a APC or SAPP. I believe say the party them, they need for get access to every part of the country. But to be honest, for the past month or weeks, we the issues them, because na the more or less the southeast, like them both, especially them Pujeon, Kailao, for the opposition, then they complain. Then don't complain several times. But I don't know waiting the police they do, or waiting the authorities then they do. Because like the last time again, we heard the same thing happen. Na Falaba, we then go Mongo, then go again. Some people they run away, then say, then say then go police, then go with some people and then go arrest them. So these are all not good for our democracy. I mean, if we don't claim, because imagine from Pakaba and Eskoroma, we don't change successive government, they wouldn't change. So why should, like, again, would they see the signs of intimidation, harassment? Why people they no go leave? Now, for example, I they see exchanges, the government supported them and the opposition. The opposition, they say, but if una don't work, una no need for do all what una they do so. For engaging, like now they attack we, now supported in the intimidate we. Fair. Una allow we for go campaign. If una no say una don't work, una just campaign on waiting una don't work. Una rely on them for win the election rather than engage in violence. Well, again, the ruling party supporter themselves can say, oh no, now una get violence. Now una engage in that. And even today, okay, they say that APC sheriff allegedly again, they say even they carry gun. So themselves they say, but una man then they work out weapons. But all these things. So again, because me, I believe say, for example, somebody go be highly like insensitive and big miscalculation for make somebody take a gun, you work out them, you not get license for them. Especially now you go na the inside and if you be saying not true, then catch out gun, because again, until we establish, let's say maybe if now, well, I don't know whether they will charge them to court or whatever, until a competent court like say, okay, yes, this na true, then catch out with this. Otherwise, we just say na allege. So again, if you be say he really do that, then it will be saying that a big miscalculation on his own side, because the political tempo we dey na Salo right now, so these are I don't know whether the video they was sent done with himself ready for me to watch them. So but family like Prince talk just now, we they expect Charles Francis Margai, when the leader of the PMDC, he promised for join we. He promised for join we so that we will discuss, for me could discuss issues, national issues. Inside go can't tell we. I know say like waiting they go on so or fail with time, waiting they happen. Then you can't tell we back about the political party, voting at their own chance for win the elections, and we understand say then get for form, then say they try for form an alliance and then stuff then they. So we come talk with her, for discuss national issues. But I think Sierra Leone, if we don't change government successfully for the past years, Bakabaka is serving terms, he finished, and EBK come, instead of serving you, he finished. We don't see opposition come and change the ruling party, and then we see the same thing back happen. So I believe say we supposed for mature enough. I think say Sierra Leoneans they need for at least for know waiting in the vote for. So you don't need me voting, me pattern of voting or me choice not for be influenced by the gun or by intimidation or by mamikos or by anything. I believe say now voting I feel say well, if I'm convinced you manifesto, you don't come present your manifesto to me, you don't do for 5 years, I analyze what you do, I watch different international report and national report them, I can able make an informed decision for vote for whether I will vote for you or I will vote for another person. Okay, so you don't need for unleash violence on me in order for make a vote for you. It's undone. So the one the way bent on violence for win elections. So if you use violence for win elections, let's say you win that election day, then automatically you get for rule a country where divided. Because remember say now violence you use. So if you use that, people then go they know they forgive you. And we not go ever unite. So you see, these are the disadvantages for engage in violence, especially during elections. So leaders them, whether this they go to whether na opposition, whether na the ruling party leaders them, they need to be very, very careful. Especially with the Yeri, of course, with the Yeri, then they talk say we need for unite, we need national cohesion. And if you find out, say, for the past years, Sierra Leone is really, really polarized. You understand the tension, they, like lot of, tension just didn't na the country, so it get for stop. We get for be, we as a people, Sierra Leoneans, we get for know what we want. We get for know, we get for really, really focus on development. But all man they blame opposition, they blame ruling party they blame opposition. It's really like sad. If you engage in some argument, it's unending. You go engage when I go argue next week. They even understand, because you see some people again. This is what I would say. Some of us, we've been following politics in a salon. Well, I not go say from Second Steven time, because that the or Momo in time, I not be like, I not be if you say I be don't get sense that 10 day, right? Even MPRC, but from Pakaba, it maybe in second term, like man not been too get much idea about politics. But I think from 2007, I really aware. I know what been they happen. Even though Pakaba in like the end of Pakaba in term, like I be they follow small. But what are they try for say? Politicians them then they get the tendency for forget. Then just I don't know, sometimes what think is wrong with them. You go ask whether they are short-sighted or what. I don't know. Because now, let's take for example, you dey see during 2007 where APC been kind of power, few years or few months, we see some violence been dey happen. The way them burn SLPP office, them been some form of intimidation, violence been dey take place. We see like okay, them been get one police officer within the call, I think yete or something, been they go harass, then say na kenema. We dey see some violence them been dey happen. Okay, we see some more intimidation and other thing where the opposition by then when at the SLPP been they unleash. And now, okay, 2018, then don't can na power. Then say we don't see, I no need for remind una. Una see what happen at the APC office. You dey see what happen, the violence and back we don't take place. Now like them McKinney and other side, and you dey see what self. So what are they try for say here? Them politicians say, yeah, they would not experience them tear. And all would are the weapon. Who is the weapon in this? In all this violence and counter-violence, that the Sierra Leone police. The same Sierra Leone police, not other one though, the same Sierra Leone police, where APC then a power, now then they descend against the opposition. Now SLPP don't kind of power. Waiting them in the condemn. That 10 day, now APC officers them or supporters, now them in they defend the act of the police. Where the SLPP not being happy about them in the condemn. But they find out say now where the police them back, they do the same thing to the opposition, where now the APC. Now the same SLPP, the way them in they condemn this act, now then they can't defend. So you see the double standard, the hypocrisy. You see man them very, very insensitive. You see something was serious. It happened. Then go boss in here, then go waiting safe. Some man will tell you, say, I know, it defend. It's sad. It's sad. This not for B.
It is actually sad, Sekou, and many thanks for a very powerful insight and Fambulem. Just for remind una that we still try forget Charlse Margai Esquire, but we promise una say there are works going on the background for Brian Cam. We've already established contact, just a matter of getting through the technicals, and it should be able to appear on the program. So that we keep our fingers crossed that we continue for share, and let we continue for tell the host many thanks for the insightful insight we continue for provide. Let's watch one more video quickly.
So it gets weapon. They're taking full on ahead. These are the things we talk. This is not the comment on this. We only get 2 states. Security and yes.
Yeah. Hey, let them go. Let's not passionate way down. Let's passionate them.
Yes, we get her. Now I will comment. We will comment and ask.
That one will be moved by that one.
But you know, sabi anyone in this talk. Won't say we don't know. Me now, chief. From here, Kakwa here. I'm in a strong citizen. Okay, hold on.
All right, problem. I'm not watching another very interesting video. Well on the platform, and I can see the view of a contributor or a viewer on the platform, and this really a large portion of this resonates with views, because if we watch something in real time, it might be fake, it might be disinformation, misinformation, But because of what he involved, it's worth watching and worth investigating. So this person, Abubakar Rashid, asked, I believe strongly that the Office of National Security must have been seeing these videos. My question is, what are they doing about this? And my brother, I reflect the same view. These are real videos with men in arms, your government uniform officers. So obviously investigations of this kind supposed to be action, and then outcome, at least in some way, degree or respect, supposed to tell we. So we still keep our fingers then cross. Want to say something?
Okay. Yeah. So let me just explain about this video a bit. This video, then say then arrest the APC sheriff with the gun. But they find out the person, they say they hold out with gun or pistol, but like will not be see the gun at that moment. You understand? So, but you they see where them in handcuff, and now no more the video no replay. You they see where them like in handcuffs. They see them other of in comrades and they around with them, and they put them inside the police motor car and go with them. So this nine happen. So but later now we'll go, we see now from Abilise a police station, like you see then they the other guy then sit down, we see pistol day on top, something like a uniform. So now they we see that now pictures now we see. So on the video, we just hear somebody they talk about gun, but we not show we. So you just say they all out gun, but you not show the gun. But it show the people the way they say they allegedly hold with gun. So but like then they back with them hold, we not see them hold gun na their hand. So they say okay, we now hold, okay, you hold your gun, okay, but go inside, we don't arrest you, then pull the gun and say okay, now this gun here, they not show we anything of that. So because then here, like again, we talk about now people image, and it has to do with legal issues. And again, this platform now a very professional platform where we dey take good time when we dey pass on information, because we no go want forgive anybody, we no go want for misinform anybody. We dey present the issues like we see them to una. So CEO.
So can I say thank you very much again for an insightful insight into something we're really necessary, and for setting the record straight and fambulem as you hear more as we get them. This is what we are doing here on the Then and Now. We go take a quick break, and when we come back, Eku John will just take over from there while I try for see whether we're able to connect to our guest for tonight, because I know most of you are the wait. Listen, fambulem, we get about 110 of us watching live this program, and we ask again, let me continue to share. Let not be any form of disappointment, because we are making efforts very hard enough in the background for make sure say we guest for tonight. Oh, believe say one for Yagi. Fambulem, this is not the TNN TV Media Empire. This is not the hub of the conversation. We series on the race for State House, June 24, 2023 continues. Please don't touch that dial. So while we continue to wait for we guest tonight, I will see again to the man where they host the program and see what I can do some technical bits in the background and bring back to Una in a matter of minutes as to what exactly they go on, whether we're going to have Charlse Margai Esquire into the program we Una all the wait for, or whether we are not going to have him. But one thing I can tell Una is we've established contact. He's interested in doing the interview as was promised to Una the public them, as we as well are very interested in doing this particular interview. There might be some technical bits, and this all the time can happen when it comes to technology. It's not a perfect system, but it's helping a whole lot. So I'll see the program back to Sekou John and disappear for a while and see whether I can help with the background team. For that, we see whether we're able to bring Charlse Margai over. Sekou John.
Okay, thank you very much, Prince. Like Usabi left just now when I be the talk, it's about the police, our Sierra Leone police force. Like I be they say, the politicians they well then they utilize the same police. Uh, well, you dey see some violence they happen. You dey see some unprofessional conduct or behavior they take place. uh, well, automatically the ruling party then they be because then go almost most times then are the beneficiaries of any if police behave professionally or especially unprofessionally when in this term if them manhandle let's say the opposition or then do anything way not nice to the opposition you dey see na the government supporters them the party where they in power where the party where like from government now then supporter they dey see then they defend the same police and but interestingly it can be the same police where them been they condemn so it's really sad. Good for democracy. So, but like then they forget say, okay, today you are ruling party. Tomorrow, if possible, for make you self can opposition. What about if they treat you the same way? How you go feel? But they find out say like the same thing, like then they forget say, okay, it's like the moment they can have power. Then don't forget say, okay, there is something called opposition bench. Then don't forget say na they then come out. Then don't forget say, okay, if possible for let them go they back maybe after these elections or the after or other elections. So elect then they forget and you they see sometimes arrogance back they come. They engage with them on constructive discussion. The moment you talk, bam, then attack you, begin disrespect you, tell you all kind words. This is not democracy. And then we police them, I believe say, of course, then they try again, would they condemn any form of violence back, we meted against the police. They not deserve that. Some of them sacrifice maybe of course they sacrifice a lot for be the police for protect lives and properties but at the same time people and they back way just feel say them for disrespect the other thing then people and they will condemn then set of people them but we police the need for be police for every Sierra Leonean citizen not for a cross section not for somebody or the people them way they in government you need to protect everyone. So again, if somebody like them violence ya what we done the year, if somebody whether na a member of the ruling party or whosoever attacks somebody, whether na with acid or anything, una for hold the person, una charge and to court. No matter the party political affiliation of that person. But you find out say it's really sad. You dey find out say again, all the government them, whether past or they were then guilty of that. People them were affiliated to the ruling party, most times they can do whatever they want to do. You go hardly hear it say they don't hold them, they don't prosecute them to court, they don't jail them because of violence. Rather, you dey see again people in the can defend. Honestly, people are more honest. People are honest. And
Okay,
then
not clear. Okay, yes, I will see when I don't really appear. Okay, let me see. But your
arrogance
video not they on because
hard.
your video not they on.
Know how things should be.
I they bring you. I they bring the Parker. I they bring the
But
bar.
how would
Listen.
they
I they bring the background.
try
Listen.
for reach to Charles Margai, but again we dey see some. Okay, I think say we don't get. I think say we don't get them. Hello, can you hear me, sir?
But you can't briefly line with the present configuration. And if I go speak, say, well, I'm trying to come online.
Yeah, we dey see, but like okay, would they try forget like Charles
Okay,
Margai?
Okay,
Yeah,
no worries.
we dey
So,
see.
no worries. Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Okay, fabulous. We can see Charles Margai. Sorry for the interruption, Sekou. We can see Charles Margai. There is great effort being done in the background. Like I've been talking about technology earlier on. The PI himself, you're willing for do the interview, and there he is. He's live with us. We can see him. I wonder whether the PI get word for say and whether the audio clear. Charles Margai, please. Okay. So there we are. It's an internet problem. The buffering is just too much. Your poor internet service. One thing I got advice as well, maybe we need to forget about the picture because that reduces the. Yeah, maybe we need to forget about the video and just do an audio, but that will greatly help. But that's Chat Margai. The Chat
But
Margai.
I think say you don't mute up.
So
good evening.
Okay, yeah.
Listeners.
Okay, he's on.
We get slight connection problem we try for address. So I ask, please, wanna bear with me just a little while. Thank you.
Okay, Fambulem like una say do yeri from the PMDC presidential candidate. He said then get issues them we issue regarding I think light and then now waiting the happen on the in terms of internet and then stuff then they. But he say me could be out then they work assiduously for restore anything we not did it right now. But
exactly.
like family, like I be tell una just now, okay, una don't see Sierra Leoneans instead of una engage in violence for faith each other, harm, wound they see company Sierra Leonean, just wound them because una not dealing at the same political party. It's really, really sad. It's really, really sad. But again, somebody they ask me, say, waiting, is not the educated, in belief in the educated one, then they create problem for the younger generation. But me, sometimes I no go hold them views then they because I believe say all man get sense. All man get, I watch Alpha Khan in video the yesterday, I think during in birthday or something. He talk about even they define war. Well, he say war now way them party they send young people them for go attack each other where they not even sabi themselves. You dey go attack who that you not sabi. He say, but the part the way they send the young man and they for go do this act, he said then they turn back and can sit on the house while the young people and they go kill each other or then they go wound each other. So you they find out say one Sierra Leoneans them, you don't tell people and they way don't they preach about awareness. Tell una preach against this violence. But you find out say there is almost a system in the country where youth unemployment they so much so that the youth them vulnerable. Some man just fully survive. Some man we get some social media talks where then they pay them or then give them, then they buy data for them. Then just they for unleash violence on other Sierra Leoneans them on social media. The moment you write something where they not like, bam, now attacking, they attack you, cause you, do you all kind of thing. This is not done. Not to so for behave. So then kind mortal man they if he see you, some man they vex na social media. I swear to God, if you and then they see like that moment they if he able for kill yourself, they kill you. But it is not done, not to so for behave. So you for say na the educated one there, like okay, for me, even though okay, like me, I not go say now I know the part of people that we're not to educated people there. We are the educated ones. But what are they try for say? Even you were not educated, even you were not the young man, okay, where you get Boku young man in the back then get that basic education day. No allow somebody for use you and at the end of the day, if something happen, then just they left the country and left you there with the trouble. Let's say government change. For example, you waiting the use so for go attack whether an opposition or whether a ruling party. Let's say government change. Who say you go there? You understand where the law catch you? They see that you politician there will be the same you. They see them. They go jail. You see? So or if you happen for lost your life again, that now you and your family lost. So this not for be character. This we don't change government them. We don't change. So what are the need? We don't change 1, 2 or so times. Government then don't change from ruling party to opposition. So we need for that political maturity need for sink in now in we. Okay, you dey see who they talk about, okay, say President Madabiobi, they say where they try for rebrand the country, talk like anything in there. But now, okay, election come, una not even able for engage in a constructive dialogue. Una disagree, but at least in a respectable manner. I know they say, okay, half voting, but they find out, say, all, tension then at the country no more all the time. Allah, no more. If I even you party self, where when get different views, then they call you names, curse you, disrespect you. Like morals no day. Like I be they talk with why interview DJ base. Now I be they talk. Some man no get for votes because some man to them, all the political party then, according to their your opinion, it's all the same. And now you find out saying that the same politicians, same thing. You dey see some man like you dey know say bim performance, like okay, example for right now, the country is really stronger. Then they no doubt about it. Things are very hard in the country. Dollar don't go up over 2 million for $100. Imagine now then they reflect on the economy, on the prices of commodities. But they see man then they talk and they behave like everything is normal. So sometimes you dey wonder whether people in a salon in there. It's really sad. Yeah, I think say we don't get again. We try. I think say we don't get them online. We see back whether we go the internet, the same thing. So this now we talk. You find out say me and DJ Base been talk about this then few days ago. I think it was it the day before or so. You find out say the problems they will been get from Tijan Kaba in time. These same problems then they na salon today. Okay, I think say we don't get it.
Yeah, one second.
Okay, yeah, okay. Fumble them as would have been the wait. A lot of people, the mother would don't get over 100 and something people them will be in the wait for the great man. We not no other person, Mr. Charles Francis Margai. This is not the candidate for the PMDC. You are welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so please we'll go on for the sake of viewers them, because I know say when they call the name Charles Margai, Boku man go say no, yeah, we sabia. But again, we will get few people them back we go say no, we not sabia. Maybe we'll get them people and then at this platform. Can you introduce yourself, sir?
Thank you very much. Fumble them, Mina Charles Francis Kundu Margai, a lawyer, or what they call barrister at law, and a politician in Sierra Leone.
Okay. That's one of the briefest introductions I've ever heard for a man as distinguished as you are, sir. It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, we'll go for management time anyway.
Yeah, okay. No worries at all. But just to go straight to the point, because we are far into this time, we want for first of all express we appreciation for taking the opportunity for to Sierra Leonean people in general. Despite the difficulty, at least we tried hard enough and we have prevailed. Here you are.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no worries, sir. I'll go straight to the point, Charles Margai. We could have talked about many other things, but just fast forward them, because everybody knows you're one of your politician, just like you introduce yourself, and you've been part of the political structure of the country. That's critical in bringing them to power. This administration, were part of the structure of this administration, the current administration, this issue in recent times as to how you let government this current government. Follow this platform and the other people will follow this platform religiously. If you could just let me know why you left or how you left the government. Were you sacked? If you were, why?
Thank you. I apologize to listeners for the difficulty we would get in the transmission. But this don't indicate, say, Sierra Leone don't move from decades to decadence. Instead of we make progress, we retrogress or we stagnate. Having said that, for come to your question, I think say the most appropriate person to answer that question, President Julius Maada Bio. I concede say he get the right for hire and fire. He not supposed for give reasons why he dey fire. But again, you answerable as president to this nation. And if you don't appoint somebody of my status to the position of Attorney General and Minister of Justice, after I've been done tell you, say, I don't want any position in your administration, you prevailed upon me. If you decide for relieve me of my responsibility, decency and prudence go demand, say, you go make the nation know waiting I do or waiting I not do. But sitting here, Pastor Moa go guess. Because me says I don't know why make he relieve me. Waiting I know is that as Attorney General and Minister of Justice, me have been the chief legal advisor to government. And therefore, government supposed for consult me on any legal matter or issue. But they not be they consult me. So one day, I call me deputy, we now the chairman of PPRC, Abdullahi Bangura. I call the then Solicitor General, Martina Kroma, and the then head of prosecution, when a justice of the Court of Appeal now, Mr. Barr. I said, but this thing here, I don't think say a right. Then people, they know they discuss any legal issues with me, and then they attempt to address legal issues. I say, one, the blunder where the president don't make, I concede, say, to a lawyer, but at least he get lawyers around them. We go advise them on the law. I say, if you look at the 1991 Constitution, no provision or did it for chief minister. I talk say 9 of the ministers where he appoint not qualify as per Section 76 of the Constitution of Sierra Leone, Act number 6 of 1991, reading it in tandem with Section 171 of the Constitution, when at the interpretation section. So I send letters to them, effect them day to RAM, and I copy, in particular, the person who will hold the position of Chief Minister, Mr. David Francis. Now, human nature being what it is, because I'm sure David be done to enjoy the suite of office, he not take too kindly to that. So one Monday evening, me and my wife would watch football on television. Now he called me on the phone. He said, Mr. President, don't relieve me. And they don't already appoint somebody. Now I say, fair enough. I say, express me gratitude to Ram for where he appoint me. But remind and say not to on telephone, it be appoint me.
Yeah.
I say, but be that as it may, I accept in decision. So the next morning, I go congratulate my successor for show maturity. Now, soon after that, I've been getting a meeting with the judges, the Supreme Court judges, High Court, and Court of Appeal. I tell them, say from experience, judges who don't reach 65 instead of retiring, then they skew the law now for suit the powers that be. I say, so as Attorney General and Minister of Justice, any judge who don't attain the age of 65, when at the compulsory retirement age, I say not a single day will be added because na law awame kuna can't talk na ya, not to for can skew the law in favor of any particular individual or institution. So a few weeks after that, somebody called me from Kuna Lodge, when I one of them who tells them along Prince Street. He said, now you will discuss so. He said, Abbas Bundu, the speaker, Denaya, David Francis, na in the chair, Brewer Day, Napoleon Day, and a few others. He said, we don't pass resolution, say, we for petition the president for your removal because you're not a game player. Now I said, that's not their business. Thank God I'm a professional and a successful one at that. So I know they bend me ethics or my principles for placate anyone. So me think say na then two factors then they go down militate against me continuation in the office of Attorney General and Minister of Justice. I may be wrong, but I doubt it very much.
Okay, thank you so much, sir, for this at least clear, succinct explanation as to the reason or how then sack you, or if you call and sack or relieve you, anyhow somebody describe them. So, but I be recently listening you interview with 98.1, where other people be they say now because of money, no money, now make the relieve you. What do you go say about that?
Thank you very much. Now, Napoleon Brewer, we've been so anxious for being Attorney General. Now, them in come mischievously, then say, me go to former President Anesbai Kurumana McKinney. I go divulge certain information, which information I don't know. So, in return and in appreciation, President Kuruma give me $15,000. But anybody will sabi me. And right now, I can say we were there alive in legal practice. Namina the most senior and experienced. $15,000 na money, but not a money for me. So when I tell President Kuruma waiting, they say, he just laugh. He say, honestly, I've been for respond and expose them lies. He said, but since President Madabio not go on radio or television for make such an allegation, me go advise you as a brother, let sleeping dogs lie.
Yeah, okay. Sekou, one minute, if I can just do a follow-up on that, sir. And President Kuruma then advised you, since XYZ, let sleeping dogs lie. But this was your name, a great name, a Margai with a capital M, that was being tarnished right in the face of the public. Yeah. And for a long time, sir, until you begin to speak now, a huge part of the population did believe some of the stories or was hesitant being there on the sidelines. They remember what exactly happened because why? You kept silent. My question to you, sir, did you went on the advice of the former president, Anes Kuruma, say, let sleeping dogs lie, and you not go on for defend your name because this is not something where you can do. You are not known for sitting on the fence.
Fortunately, President Nkrumah advice been there in line with me thinking. Sometimes, my brother, it's good for treat certain statements with the ignominy we then deserve. Because like I said, this was coming from different quarters. Nobody no stand out say, hey, now we make this allegation. Oh. And Mr. President, not get the courtesy or the decency for tell the people them why make it relieve me. So me believe say the way we are behave was most correct. If you been go na radio go talk, then the nation know why make it sack me. I suppose it been for being in place for make the nation expect a response from me.
So
Okay,
one more question, Sekou. I got a few questions for Charles, and then you can go ahead. Obviously, you don't address that, but that will in many judgments, that will come for affect, the psyche of the Sierra Leonean people as opposed to you persona. Yes, there were people who continue to be faithful without the story, but you allow sleeping dogs for kind of lie. Going back to the sacking, you have been in government. You are a lawyer. So yes, the president not be employ you on telephone, but when he sack you, according to what you say, sir, was on telephone and some other minister now he can tell you. Is that a formal way for sack a minister? And if it's not a formal way, can action be taken as against that? Yes, the president get the right for hire and fire. And as we speak to this day, did you get any formal letter for say you have been relieved of your duty as Attorney General man where they advise the government?
My dear brother, as I sit here now, I not receive any such letter. I not receive them. And you, they ask me whether I not go take action. You see, there is this misconception that Section 48, subsection 4 of the Constitution gives the position or litigation whilst in office. That is not correct. If the president misbehave, he misconduct himself, or he do something contrary to the spirit and intent of the Constitution, under Section 51 of the Constitution, then he impeach him. And when once you don't follow the procedure and the impeachment succeed, he could be prosecuted or litigated against like any other citizen. But now that people don't understand.
Yeah, many thanks. And Fambulem, there are over 200 of us watching this live program. This is important. This is history being made. This is Charles Margai on the platform, the TNN Media Empire platform. Sekou John.
Okay, thank you very much, sir, for the time where you don't take, at least for come enlighten your compatriots and Sierra Leoneans them where they all over the world. This the audience not limited to Sierra Leone only. It's around the world. We get people and they watch you all over the world. So let me just take you back to your political. We understand say you are the leader and presidential candidate for the PMDC. And then how prepared are you for these elections where they come June 24th?
Thank you very much. Well, honestly, in all my years of politicking, now the first time this way with the politic under pressure, it look like say Mr. Kone, they try for do everything possible, rightly or wrongly, for retain President Biona power, but it not go possible. I repeat time again, it not go possible.
Wow.
Now, me we na scouts them. We always prepared. But it will surprise you for no say, me as presidential candidate for PMDC, when ECSL headed by Mr. Kone, they allot dates.
Okay. Fumble them will just okay. You don't come back.
Pay attention to that lapse day, or if I can call an inefficiency in the performance of in duty, he said to me, well, I can go campaign on days where they don't allot to independent candidates. I don't know if you been realize the problem with that will create. You don't allot, let's say Tuesday, to an independent candidate in a particular location. That man they campaign. Then based on your ill advice, I go there for go campaign. Then perhaps another leader of another political party instead go campaign. That not a recipe for disaster. This they show the inefficiency of Kone. So this afternoon, I don't put papers together. Hopefully, I go file them tomorrow at the Supreme Court, challenging Kone incompetence for even act as Chief Electoral Commissioner, because at the time he was appointed, now being a serving government official, and therefore he been for don't resign 12 months, which he did not do. Section 76, 1B of the Constitution, read in tandem with Section 171 of the Constitution. And not only that, Section 32 of the Constitution, subsection 3 say, when President, they put forward a name of somebody for occupy the position of Commissioner of NEC, as it then was, he therefore consult with the leaders of political parties, not the leadership, because there's a subtle difference between leaders and leadership. Mr. President did not do this. We wrote him a letter drawing his attention to that lapse. We copied Parliament. President in behavior not surprised me at all. Now, Parliament now then surprised me, notwithstanding the notification to them of that serious contravention of the Constitution, then go on for approval. But as I said earlier, Ibn Fodon resigned, and that is buttressed by Section 32, subsection 4 of the Constitution. Before you become a member of the Electoral Commission, you for be eligible for contest, for be a member of Parliament. Not that you for really go contest, but you for be in the position for go contest. And one of the requirements for be a member of Parliament is you for fulfill the conditions of Section 76, 1B of the Constitution. I only hope, say, for the sake of this country and for peace for prevail, the Supreme Court go put aside all prejudices and look at the law as it should be, not as it ought to be. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for that submission. But what do you feel say go be the effects of you litigation against in the corner? should you succeed,
Well,
what will happen?
not only the fact that Kone not competent according to the two sections where I don't tell you, but the lapses in the whole process. And when you look at the process, it was intended according to the Public Elections Act for be free, fair, and democratic. But obviously, if you know, say, a campaign, they contribute towards the election of an individual to the highest office of the land, you deprive that individual from campaigning, from meeting the electorate. What more can be disastrous than that? And also, my party, ECSL deprived me party from nominating in 8 districts out of the 16. So I don't highlight a number of issues for the consideration of the Supreme Court. So
Okay,
me
sir,
not
thank you.
believe say this election will go on the 24th, because it depends on how fast the Supreme Court handles such an important matter. And
Okay.
honestly, my priority now for stabilize this country, yeah, because I know how people then feel right now. And we don't want any violence in this country. The people, they don't deserve them at all. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for that explanation. So, but let's say, because now one USSF don't say, you know what, violence occur in the country because the people then deserve peace. Okay, but let's say the judges them at the Supreme Court, then look at the public interest. Then say, okay, because of this, we no go want again, we no go want chaos and violence, but we want for make you like then take decision against you, then favor in the corner. What do you go do then?
Well, as an established and renowned lawyer, I will just get for accepting decision because now the highest court of the land. The only other court way higher than the Supreme Court, now the People's Court.
Yeah.
So I go pass the matter over to the people, then go get for decide which way forward.
Okay, thank you so much. Fambulem, make I just remind Fambulem, we don't get over 200 viewers. People right all over the world, then they listen to you and then they listen to your message. And everybody, like, you know now, when they say Charlse Margai, like everybody like go one for really listen what you they say. So we understand, say the PMDC, like them be formed, is it an alliance with DC4C? So how the alliance did they go?
Well, not only C4C, we did in coalition with 6 other registered political parties and one organization we've been doing apply since 2017 for be registered as a political party. You know, saying that the trend that one day around the world, in England, in Germany, in France, in Kenya, in Nigeria, etc., for make opposition parties then come together for legitimately replace the party in power. So now that we don't do. In 2007, single-handedly, PMDC now been the kingmaker. We've been give support to APC. I'm not saying that we make them get government too, but we contributed immensely. And I have no regrets for that. At least we'll be able to balance the tribal issue way in the Hamburg, the country at that time. And for me, in 2018, Madabio and Kanja said they can't me host, they can't ask for me support for the runoff. And to be fair to President Kuruma, at no time did he approach me or any of his executive members and ask for support. Now, me no more pray to me God for direction as I always do.
and I was directed to pursue that line of action. But in the case of Madabio, he can't just say, "Can me pala?" He one can hold me foot now. I say, "Go sit down." That is very primitive. I say, "I know why make you come." I say, "Me and me wife don't think about this matter. Will they give you an opportunity? Not that you're not a better candidate, but the lesser of two evils." Now, this time round, 7 of us have come together. Which chance President Bio get? You know, they say good player, you know, they fight for best. If President Bio don't do what in the people, then go gladly for and appreciate. Not waiting for the run round now. If all other in bed in comfort, he enjoy himself. Because he knows, say, in re-election is sure. But he's so confused that he go loan, sir, he go talk, say he don't spend over $50 billion. Now Fatima turn look at, but you been get that kind of money there, I don't know. Because Fatima na the vote controller. Then 2 days ago, he go campaigns on side. Now he say, "Una woman the way sit down here. If any woman vote SLPP," he repeats them, SLPP. He says something wrong with that woman there. I mean, that night, a moment of desperation. I'm sorry for him, poor boy.
But some people in the talk say that video they now just cut and paste.
I don't believe so, but if you look at very keenly, I mean, now man is this. I'm a skeptic by nature. I not only see the video, but I don't talk to people that will be there at the meeting and then confirm them.
Okay, thank you so much. So I want to take you back to 2018. You say when candidate Madabio by then go meet you for seek for your support, and then because he was lesser like evil, so then what it don't change because na in and Samura Kamara been there at the time. So but you consider them there as lesser evil at the time. So what it don't change now?
Well, you know, when you know don't put somebody to the test, you not go know in ability, efficiency or inefficiency. Madabio don't give you the opportunity as Sierra Leoneans and non-Sierra Leoneans for assess them after 5 years. To me, if I forgrade them, honestly, I know they get more than 25%. And I'm sure this is what the people of Sierra Leone are going to decide come 2024 if the elections take place on that date.
Okay. Can I just do a follow-up on some of these things that we talk about, taking you back? I know it's a bit of a mix and mash, back and forth, but absolutely necessary, sir. So one of the questions them where they on the minds of people where they really want for know, and from the way how you they make your case, is there a grudge, Margai, on the decision where you make? We know say you don't talk about being the kingmaker. When you decided for join this party, the party eventually emerged as winner. But in this particular case, knowing fully well, and from a legal standpoint, you being a lawyer, that una part company not in the best of conditions. So will there be any iota of truth that the decision where you make for join the opposition party in trying for unseat the current government is bordered on grudge owing to what was done to you?
Let me be very honest with you as a Christian. If you go to my room, I get a small altar. Every morning, so 2 a.m., 5 a.m., 4 a.m., I they go sit down there, I talk to me God for guidance, long life, and you name it. And I have never been disappointed. I don't hold any grudge against Madabio. Madabio de Bo school when I be the earn money as a lawyer na Bo. I not be even Sabiam. I not be Sabiam. Now the time where Idris Kamara when I be the resident minister, na Bo me and two get a clash because they molest big man them. Now President President Strasser, head of state, send Madabio for go talk to we, let we settle. That was the first time I saw Bio with my eyes. I mean, if I've been for hold any grudge against Mother Bio, now in 1996, if you recall, you walk down memory lane, you go recall, say, that election in 1996, when people then they go vote. So German then they fire a gun all over the country. So that for scare people, they make them not go vote. Because Bio, like many of his colleagues, then not been want democracy for be restored. Unlike Strasser. Now that made them pull them. So they begin fire. That time Bio, they na Jamil side in host, up na Wilberforce, and then na me host na Lumley de Babadori, and they see where then they aim, then they fire. Now that time I been for don't begrudge them. But not begrudge them, I pray for them. Make God touch in heart. You understand? Okay. The opportunity where Mother Bio been get, if really it been sincere for do what the people of this country want, not to aim for they can't ask we. Now we will say, no, Mother, you've done exceedingly well. So we won't give you yet another term. But the man is so desperate. As you been they talk now your introduction, the people of this country deserve peace. Election not to fight, not to die or do. But the atrocities where supporters of SLPP they commit against APC in particular, unfortunate. I'm not going to say Mother Bio no, but all. But me, I could be surprised if you don't know but some. You know, in politics, especially in Africa, where they talk from both sides of the mouth. I go on radio, I say any of me supporters them, when misconduct themselves, I go order their arrest. Then where I come out there, I call 2-3 people, they bow down, they have been talking for the international community in your own consumption. When I go ahead and harass the people them.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. We see what in the happen at the country, and today we just received some messages and information from Kenema with the APCB the rally, and after some incident happened, even though we know say like you don't passively mention, but the violence the way they happen. So what do you know about Dentiyaba? What in now you take on this continuous violence, especially again with the get reports say the opposition they find it difficult for go campaign na the southeast. How true is that?
Well, rightly or wrongly, me no go lie upon them. They not bring unto me it, and I not think say in the madness then go if you attempt them. May God not make them think that way. They. But having said that, yesterday they attacked APC in Abuja. Now the second time when they attack APC in Abuja. Me, I know they play the devil's advocate for APC because I know say they're capable for defend themselves. The law gives them the right, if under attack, to reciprocate proportionately. But that now for APC for decide. But you know, honestly, when they been call this meeting for make political parties then go sign up, say, then go avoid violence, I refuse to go there. Then call me from London over 2 or 3 times. I said I would not go. I not get time for waste. I said, because when I know which side the violence they start. I say history go don't tell you, say, whenever violence day in politics look good, the governing party, it gets hands in them. I say, so when I go to the bottom of the problem and address them, when I not can waste with them now, because it's all hypocritical. For go take me pen, a pen, me signature, no mean nothing. Now waiting they come from the heart, now ain't matter. But me want to assure the people of this country, that I will do all in my power to ensure that peace prevails during this election, no matter what others then think.
And if I
Okay,
can ask you this quickly, Mr. Margai, obviously that would have been something of an initial question regarding a coalition as we understand them. But there's also another understanding outside there in which notion or misunderstanding, if you will like, waiting na the relationship between the PMDC and the APC of this kind. In other words, cut and short, there are people where they say or believe say you don't join APC or you not APC for put them away. And there are others where
well,
say
for cut and short, cut and short, and not join APC. Waiting happen now. SLPP they mischief. Now then go create that and they so that me people at the southeast. When na the battleground. When na me they lead the fight in that southeast for pull Biona power by the God Almighty in your grace. So now then go create that myth for say me don't go join APC. Now the coalition been get a meeting and we decide say since we don't hold meeting twice now we own office, once now me host, let we rotate, we go meet now APC office. When I go there, I meet Chief Sumanu Kapen, they declare for APC. And all who that know me, I'm a stricture for time. So the meeting me for start at 5. I got there at 4:30. So now I say, well, make I go sit down and listen. So I go sit down there and listen. After that, I go the meeting, but the meeting not being hold. So I go back to my chambers. 9 people then begin make statements we go viral, say me don't join APC. If I join APC, you not go ask me what's in my membership card, or you ask APC, then go tell you what's in my membership card. Now this coalition, SLPP don't construe as me joining APC. Whether they falsify them or not, we are in a coalition and we are certain of victory come June 24th if the election hold on that date.
Which leads me to ask this. There is also a notion out there, you might likely attribute that to the SLPP propagating this notion. It's like, well, this is Charlse Margai, of course. He's a Margai, powerful lawyer and very powerful politician, a maverick, if you like, of some sort. But this was Charlse Margai of yesterday. So a lot of what they talk, without no disrespect, is hot air. It's not the same as he was yesterday as opposed to today. What do you go say to people that really think in that direction?
Well, that now, I don't know how for classify him because it don't make sense to me. Charlse Margai yesterday, you not go expect Charlse Margai. At the time I came back into this country in 1971, I was 25 years, going 26. And I entered politics that same year. In 2003, God willing, 19th August, I will be 78. You're not going to expect me. You're not going to expect me for be the same. Either in appearance, in character, etc., etc. But politically, me go tell una say, definitely, Charlse Margai has not changed from his principles, from his stance to ensure that fair play prevails, from justice and honesty. I think say me na one candidate of all the presidential candidates, we can ace me hand up. I don't serve as Minister of Internal Affairs and Local Administration in late Tijan Kaba in government. I don't serve, although the shortest serving Attorney General Nabio in government as Attorney General and Minister of Justice. I don't think say anybody go accuse me of corruption or lack of integrity, etc., etc. I cannot say that for others.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. And Fambulem Nadena now, we just want for welcome now na they come more. We don't cross to 60 viewers. So we ask now for share the link. Mr. Margai, we really appreciate you, and then we glad for the information we come. This now you enlighten the public about you. Maybe people and they will not be, maybe few people and they will not be sabi you for know much about you and your political career. And now, like again, you don't talk important thing now, you go talk all thing about Charlse Margai, but one day you know go say then don't implicate him in corruption or something. He go hold his head high. Now, with the challenges, because we understand say the APC back they make lot of then they raise concerns with the ECSL regarding publications of voter register, but I understand say they don't publish them, but they not allow, they say they not the ECSL not allow political parties for test force for make them test that IT system in front of political parties. Boku challenges there with the ID cards, and then with the intimidation way then the alleged say they go on. So waiting at the chances for lay them on seat Madabio through the ballot box in these elections.
Well, as far as me concerned, I believe say the people of this nation don't already make up their minds. The ones then we still get for make up their minds, they're not plenty. But like them program here, they conduct, it help the people them for understand issues better and also help them for make up their minds. You know, me tell Una about originating notice of motion where I go file tomorrow. I understand say APC then said they file an application about this non-disclosure of data na the High Court, maybe tomorrow or next tomorrow. So the judges then get a lot on their plate. And that they pray, may God guide them, make them put the nation above all other interests. Because Mama Salon are the only country that we will get. I mean, at we age, nobody know for begin run again. Like how we go Guinea. Make God push and far. So let we all try work together, whether we like each other or not, whether we respect each other's views. Let we realize, say, Mama Salon, morally, we bound for protect them and make peace prevail. And by God in power, it will prevail.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. And also, Sierra Leoneans then day, you know, for example, the enlightened public day, but we get majority way not educated. And now they find out, say, a lot of like would the hear people in the talk say, this election, Alec will vote safe. No matter what, no matter what we do, the ruling party go win. What you go tell them people in day?
What me they tell them people them na dream then they dream. You see, this election na a game changer. It a make or break Sierra Leone. And I believe say na make it go make them rather than break them. And I tell you, say the battleground na the southeast. Why I say so? SLPP and PMDC will to the claim say now we own based in that one and day. Me not get any doubt say APC get dominance. Now the entire north. That cannot be denied. And I go say APC not get a slight edge over other parties in the western area. But the south and the east, 2007, na me lead APC for go campaign na them places where nobody knows throw a stone pan them, nor abuse them. So the south and the east na then get for decide which party they occupy State House. And me, where they lead that campaign at the south and the east, can tell you without any fear of contradiction, say, APC definitely go succeed na the north and the west. PMDC with the 12 SLPP na the south and the east. Mada no go even get up to 40% of the votes. Take it from me. After the election, you go call me back and say you been tell we.
Okay, thank you so much for your submissions. Also, like again, critics, especially your critics, then go argue, say, wait, even though we don't ask you whether you're not the same Charles Margai, but we they talk about now in terms of influence, you've been the wield like huge influence na this the southeast. We see where you party win, I think almost 10 seats, I think 2007. Correct me if I'm wrong. You still get that influence there?
I no go say I get that influence there. It go don dwindle. But since I don't put out my manifesto and me say don't begin go round, I think say then one we been there on the fence, then don't begin make up their mind for come back because they know say na me only na the saving grace for now na this country.
Okay, thank you so much. Fumble them with.
You're welcome.
Okay,
If I
fumble
keep
them.
butting quickly, let's take go on and continue what you say.
Yeah, no, this now the then and now. I've been just one for remind Fumble and say then they watch the then and now program, and we get the renowned lawyer and presidential candidate for the PMDC. When now Charles Francis Margai na the show today, and we talk about the elections, the June 24th elections. We now say we get serious. We don't talk to many political leaders. And again, I just want to tell viewers them, and whether una dey salon or not, SLPP or APC or whichever political party you belong, would they extend? We don't invite the SLPP them. We don't tell them, say, listen, we don't invite them for can talk about an achievement, what they don't do for the past 5 years. But we not able to get anyone first from them. We're able to honor the invitations, but we still extend invitation to them. Anybody, we can still remind them if they're ready today or tomorrow or anytime. We are more than willing to host them for can talk to Sierra Leoneans. So over to you, Prince.
Thank you very much. And Fambulen, just a quick reminder again, there's over 280 of us live viewing this event. We expect more, but only if we are patriotic enough, regardless of party affiliation or individual support. So if we can share around 3 more times, we will find out so we'll get twice that amount or thrice that amount, putting us over the threshold of 4,500 live viewers. But for now, we get something like around 280 people in the live watch. And this is quite an appreciable number. We thank you very much going to the fact that there are many platforms where they air programs tonight. However, on the TNN, then and now TV Media Empire platform, we have the illustrious son of the soil, the great Charles Margai. Some of you may want to dismiss him, but as when I read the case where they make it, he's still quite relevant and really actually feel like he is indeed the kingmaker. Mr. Margai, going back again, I want to let we talk legal stuff. I'm not a lawyer myself, and when I say legal stuff, now for just talk to you on the basis of legality, what can be done and what cannot be done. I think Sek will ask few questions around that parameter earlier on, which is, we do know that one of the critical things that are supposed to be released, most likely to opposition parties, now this disaggregated list, we can go back for try for make the case, but we just want to fast forward to the disaggregated list. Voter ID cards. Before I ask any critical and specific questions in that regard, what are your view overall, sir, about the disaggregated list and the voter ID cards?
Well, you see, I don't really want for prejudice anything, because with me in the chair as the next president, ECSL therefore give an account of all the monies where they receive, foreign as well as local currency, and how they expend them. I mean, the ID cards are deplorable, but notwithstanding, I don't think say that for be an issue. As long as you are allowed to use it to, express your preference vis-a-vis voting. So I don't want to say much on that. You know, accountability now a problem in this country. Just as how indiscipline now we bog in this country. And lack of maintenance. So I go ask Una like how Abubakar been say, definitely the people of this country deserve peace. Somebody just inform me, say they get problem at Kenema, they don't wound some APC people them. Why is that for be so? The one that where they send people them for go cause trouble, then picking the all day abroad. For a few loans, a bag of rice, because of abject poverty, you they go risk your freedom and your life, possibly your life. Because if you kill somebody, then go try you, and the law go take in course, repeal the death penalty. Now, mortal man repeal them, and mortal man go bring and come back if the circumstances so warrants. So make people then careful, oh, mami them, una one, una picking them. Because when we go there a chair tomorrow, then try somebody say don't go kill somebody because of political violence. No can't talk to me or talk to me wife for make I go softly, I will not. So before elect, una one, una picking them. When man
Okay. Yeah, go on, sir. Go on.
and to you is saying leads. I understand. Why? Because then said not sure of waiting will likely occur. But we the pray to God.
Okay. Okay, I think the point.
All waiting them in don't bear on that day. The time don't pass.
Yeah, carry on, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I say the time don't pass. So God don't ready for redeem this nation. And let we help God make this nation redeem.
Okay. Just a quick one again for do a follow-up on that. I'm sure say you know the downgrade the disaggregated list. And the reason why I keep the mention is the voter ID card, yes, you've addressed, and all that can be done around that. But the party which you don't coalesce with or you are coalescing with, which is the All People's Congress, they are hell-bent on laying their hands on the disaggregated list, the official version of it.
But I don't tell you, when I say, I believe, say, then they in the process for go High Court for make the court go give waiting ECSL for release the information then they. Me not include down the in your application to the Supreme Court. Now 6 issues are presented to the Supreme Court for interpretation and declaration. We not duplicate. I go make them public when I don't file and tomorrow.
If I get you well again, you don't clarify that, but just for the purpose of further clarification, earlier on to what you say, on the basis of what you just expressed, sir, there are doubts as to whether the June 24th, and this is very key, elections will be held. Correct, sir?
Yeah. Correct. You see, because why make a talk when you file originating notice of motion of this, forgive the opponent 21 days for make it go put in a response. And if me arithmetic correct, we get less than 3 weeks for go. And those are very fundamental issues, especially the one where they deal with the competence of Kone for conduct the elections. Because if he's not competent, whatever he does will be null and void and of no legal effect. So maybe the Supreme Court, when they don't read the papers, then see the serious questions, and then say, No, let we put Pamba on the process until we go into this matter, or then abridge the time where the other side for file them papers. Because me don't print all my authorities attached to the motion and the affidavit where I go file tomorrow.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr.
Welcome.
Charles Francis Margai, for this, like, for your time where you don't like take for car explain to Sierra Leoneans the what in the happen at the country in terms of politics and then in day. So like you will dey talk, like I know say Una and the C4C una day as one now, and then some of the candidate then get for contest under your party, especially in Akono. So what are the chances for Leona succeed there?
Well, now Kono been there between C4C and APC. But if you know the Kono people them very well, now people them will like for act in unison. If the leader then say, let we go this way, now then they go. Because they believe and trust the leader them. So Kono always get, C4C being always get edge over APC now Kono. But now that we all don't come together under the coalition, the last election, out of 10 seats, then we win 8. This time round, Ibadiba Sote, elect SLPP do Moriman Wok Sote, they must get 7. We must get 7 at the very least. Possibly, we'll get 9. So me they expect say PMDC go get about between 20 and 25 seats in parliament. Notwithstanding the Yuki way ECSL they play for make them impossible.
Okay, thank you so much, because like you they answer the questions, like of course there is no need like a lawyer. You show the lawyer skills.
No, I'm a lawyer with a difference. I'm a lawyer with a difference.
Yeah, exactly.
We boku, but lawyer they are lawyer them.
Yeah,
now the lawyer that did this they talk.
The lawyer, okay, that family. Okay, let me just hold it and they tell you I say this na the lawyer then daddy, as he say, because the way you answer the question, like it's like you preempt the answer, the next question. Because I mean they really
well, that's so good lawyer for behave.
Yeah.
That's so good lawyer for behave. You preempt.
Yeah, I know. So I've been trying for now how una go able for succeed with all the challenges. I don't know whether the PMDC or the alliance so far they are financially strong to like campaign vigorously as you know, we say equally with the ruling party, but like for able for reach all over the country and then engage in a campaign. How
Abubakar?
Yes, sir.
Abubakar, one thing where I can tell you, this election is different from all other elections. Me and one man we know they take money and bribe for vote.
Okay.
Me members, they all do me for that one day. I don't mind I spend me own money for make the party go before. But for go give money for vote, I know they do them. You understand?
Yes.
Now, definitely, you want to know we strength financially. Then I can tell you, say we strong. We really strong. But like, you they go battle, you know, they disclose the number of ammunitions where you get. Otherwise, you don't already lost the battle. But I can tell you, say we are definitely strong with a move and go without any difficulty. We don't need anybody in money, way not to legal money. Now I make at the end of this program, I go appeal to listeners them we believe in me, we believe say this nation need change, peace, development and prosperity for make them go contribute towards this venture. My daughter go give in contact number at the end of it all.
Okay, thank you so much for this. Like for again, I will always thank you before the program the end. Now again, other issue we just see when campaign they happen, we just see lot of people in the common. For example, in support of, let's say, the ruling party, you just see the way supporters of the parties, especially now the ruling party, would understand say Sierra Leone really people and they say suffering in the country right now, things are very expensive. But sometimes when you engage people there, you they feel say na two salon day. You they feel say salon day, one salon day where the ruling party supporter then day, and the other salon for the opposition and other rest of mankind. So what are your message for them people where really then they suffer, but then they pretend like say they know they suffer?
Well, then they suffer in silence. But make I tell you this for free. Because they talk to people them, especially in the south and the east. The grassroots of SLPP, they're more discouraged than in most other parties. Because before President Bio take over, almost na be a cup of rice. Almost na being a cost of one bottle per mine. Almost for one bag rest now. You name it. Ask the question of any average individual if yesterday better past today. That answer now go determine how they vote. And I can tell you say yesterday been far, 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 far better than today.
Okay, but people then go tell you say how the Ukraine and Russia war now don't cause the hardship, and then they tell you say the effect of COVID-19. So you know if you say that excuse reasonable?
I just read now on our screen say JJ Safar say if they vote them in 3 months, it go take care of the economy. Well, you don't get 5 years. You now do buggedol. Now 3 months.
60 months.
Not the talk against it. Now the world's most wonderful economist that we been say when they give them power, bread and butter issues not gonna be a problem again. But now you know they even demand they talk. Whether they in hiding, I don't know. But he's missing in action.
Okay. I wonder whether you go one for take. We held you for this long, sir. I don't know whether you go one for take. It wasn't planned.
No problem. My pleasure. My pleasure.
Yes, sir. There's an insistence, and 1 or 2 people want to make call, and I think that one of them they call. So let me see whether the Margai will take the call, sir. Hold the line. Yeah, call up.
Very well.
Participate at the program. Waiting at your name, who say you call from, and waiting you want to subscribe to the program, please.
Right. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, Senator John. Good evening, CEO Prince. Good evening, Mr. Charles, and good evening, nation.
Yeah, I think so. Would they hear you? Say, could they hear you?
Would they hear
yes, would they hear you loud and clear? Go ahead, please.
Yeah, Mr. Charles, do you hear me?
Yeah, just go ahead.
Yes, I hear you clear.
Yeah, me now Galidao, I call from London, Tottenham specifically. First of all, I congratulate Una and tell Una plenty thank you, Una the host, and tell plenty thank you to Mr. Margai. Now, a man we admire so much, a man with principles, a man with integrity. Not until today I begin listening, interview them where they take. It's been very, 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 very consistent in terms of how he principle, how he maintain integrity, and kind of people there will get in that country. Then they, if we get on a type, he reach 10. That country they, it is sober. However, I just want to ask one thing where always they bug me for the past 4 years or 5 years, if you like. Waiting get for happen as a lawyer and a barrister with that kind of caliber, that kind of esteem we will all have that alone. This is a democracy. This is not a junta regime for the last 5 years. Waiting will get foresee as Sierra Leoneans, the we the home and diaspora to this administration, considering the killing the way don't take place. This not to say there are large evidences, plenty evidences, waiting as a lawyer or barrister, waiting will foresee, waiting then for learn this administration, for teach this administration, so other will come and do this indiscriminate killing take place. We will get enough evidence. Don't forget about corruption or killing. I always tell people that if you cannot be host, if man cannot be host, it kill me. If man offense that days or continuously. But when you can, you kill me, you take me property, you go, meaning you don't kill me generation yet unborn. So we don't see indiscriminate killing them. We don't take place. Where would the president not make any announcement, nothing. But we don't see them killing there.
The question?
Waiting to feel.
No, you don't ask a question. You don't ask. Thank you very much for that question, Dee. I think Abubakar bin don't address him in a subtle manner where he warn picking them, where they allow themselves to be used either for money or kush or whatever it is for go cause destruction, sometimes resulting in killing. And they want them where they entice una for go do them things, and they when they arrest una, then they abandon una, either you go jail or they execute you if you commit murder. I want to assure this nation that with me na the chair, we not just they investigate because of the political party we belong to. They can do a cleaning up operation where they investigate every crime, including killings. Now, make us say, never mind President Bio, for whatever reason, after that Pademba Road massacre, Pademba Prisons massacre, then go amend the law, repeal them for pull the death penalty. We they look at the reason we make them pull them. If we believe, say, they serve the best interests of this country, will they bring and come back? And anybody will find out, say, you don't go kill, you can't be mortal man. Once only, you go pay the ultimate price. Right now, I don't get about 9 lawyers who don't come together. Where they note all the atrocities where they go on at this election. And we ready for prosecute the perpetrators freely after the elections, irrespective of which party win the election.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. And that is really clear. Like, I mean, you talked earlier on about then people them were just willing for be used by ill-motivated politicians just for retain, either for get power or for retain power. Again, like I believe say society will know now that for be zero tolerance. People them for
tolerance.
Engage in violence.
Zero tolerance.
Yeah. So we know they allow them thing in there for happen now the country again. So we now all done here voting Mr. Charles Francis Margai don't say, and I believe say he talk loud and clear, and everybody don't hear what he say. So yes, sir. I just want to ask again, Sierra Leoneans, like people they always they talk say, well, Pakababin don't serve for 2 terms, and then Anes Kuruma serve for 2 terms. Therefore, some man they tell you say, okay, but una allow Mother Bio for serve instead of 2 terms. What do you go tell them people in there? Is it because some villages them back upline, then if he say na really any president we can deserve forget 2 terms?
Thank you. Now understand people they don't understand. And I think say now with duty as politicians for make them understand. No long, no day we say come rain, come sunshine, a president for serve 2 terms. Waiting the law say, you know, for serve more than 2 terms. And section 149 of the Constitution Constitution talk about the president doing 5-year term done, and we dey go into parliamentary elections, that it can stay for not more than 3 months. The mistake will be made as opposition parties them before them in prorogue parliament will be for don't amend that aspect of the law. When you term done, you forgo. We put an interim national government in place. We go lead the nation into elections. That time they will not go see violence, will not see corruption, etc., etc. But this I have in mind. But then, if you look at we manifesto, the 12-pillar manifesto, Pillar 6, they talk of the rule of law. The observance of the rule of law is a sine qua non. In other words, you cannot avoid it. The law is no respecter of persons, and those who observe the law have nothing to fear. It is those who are in conflict with the law who should have some concern. The next one under that rule of law, now fighting in discipline. If we're able to implement them one day, and I see no reason why we should not, under 12 months, believe you me, Sierra Leone will be a haven now the whole world.
Okay, thank you so much.
Dr. Charles Margai, no, hang on, please. So, who are responsible for implementing in the way we talk about the law? So, whose responsibility is that?
You see, the problem, I'm going to be very honest with you. We problem that this country, one, we not get independent judiciary. Number two, we not get independent police force. Number three, the parliamentarians them, quite frankly, me feel say they not for pay them salaries, then for give them sitting allowances. Because the MPs then when they go inside, they not to for develop, now for develop their pocket, which is not what they are there for. And me believe say really, if we get independent judiciary, most of what they complain about, it not go happen. So we therefore look at this aspect of who that they appoint judges. They should not be appointed by the president. We forget people of integrity way for look at that and oversee them. And the office of the Attorney General and Minister of Justice must also be separated. For the simple reason that if you not just Attorney General, you go able to do your work convincingly without fear or favor. Sometimes you may have to take very bold and hard decisions for prosecute ministers. But if you send a minister, but tell me true, nature being what it is, you go easily prosecute your company minister? Definitely not. So when me then at the chair, one of the first laws they pass, now for separate the offices of the Minister of Justice and Attorney General.
Yeah, okay. How much of what you just talked to Mr. Margai did the Constitutional Review Committee or Judge Cowan in review of the Constitution speak to or try for address, which has not been implemented, by the way?
And it will not be implemented except by a PMDC government. And you know the reason why. You're now an experienced journalist for whom I have respect.
Thank you very much. I see the
They're not going to implement them.
Yeah.
They're not going to implement them.
Yeah.
Poor Cowan, he taking time, he do research, he write a beautiful constitution, 30 days. May his soul rest in peace.
Okay, thank you so much. You be the talk about independent judiciary and with the police, and then you really emphasize on people with integrity. So I think say na dey the problem there, because even now, for example, like you where you been being minister, you been get the mind and you get the courage and the for tell the president waiting not right. You feel say we still get people them like you? Now the
I
political
sure say we
landscape.
get.
Okay.
They're not plenty no more, but we get. I really dove me heart to the military of this country. Then they work under very strenuous circumstances. But over the years, I dove me heart to them. We now see them, they misconduct themselves like how the police say, especially the OSD. So as far as me concerned, and they wonder whether we go maintain the OSD way meeting at the chair. We don't need them. We need the regular police. If the situation gets out of hand, the military go intervene. But this OSD is a problematic institution. When APC been in power, now the same OSD them they use for molest SLPP and opposition members. The same OSD now then they molest APC. We go find place for the bobo them, the deserving ones them. But make I not hide down from this nation when, not to if, I become president on the 24th of June, will they dissolve the OSD.
So I'm a bit confused. I'm a bit, Seko, 1 second, please. I'm a bit confused, and I sure say viewers will be a little bit confused as well. Because throughout this interview, some part of it don't appear as if after the 24th of June, you stand the possibility, even though you coalesce with the majority party, if you like, the APC, but you talk about when you become the president. Are you a presidential candidate?
Me? I'm a
Yes,
president in waiting. I'm a president in waiting. Make I explain this coalition, make you understand.
Please
okay?
do.
Very briefly. Now, the relationship between me and the 6 other political parties are this. We all maintain individualism as political parties, PMDC, APC, we still maintain individualism. But we side issues arise for address. We address them as a team in the national interest. For example, if there is a runoff between SLPP and APC, we all throw a weight behind APC. If there is a runoff between PMDC and SLPP and the PMDC, then all throw them weight behind PMDC. But if there is a runoff between APC and PMDC, will they save this nation in money? Will not they go into runoff? Will they go into power sharing agreement, as was done in Ireland and England? You remember Clegg was deputy prime minister in England. Now the Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael parties in Ireland, then they in power sharing. So Dr. Samura go come for 2.5 years. Then after that, me go take over or vice versa. That's not the arrangement.
So this is not the arrangement where you enter into with the APC under this coalition where UNADO established, just for the record.
Not just with the APC, 7 of us, 7 political parties.
7 political parties.
Now that we don't agree on.
I think that point is clear enough. Sometimes the emphasis, the way they ask for,
thank you.
Now because we don't need for revert back again to this in time. And the clarification
I know.
we try for on this platform, because most of the things that we will talk about have been said before, but we want just clarity. And Fambulen, just for reminder, there's over 300 of us watching live this program. We get the honorable, distinguished son of the soil, illustrious son of the soil, Emmanuel's principal, not known for sitting on the fence, the one and only Charlse Margai on the program. And please don't touch that dial, as this not the day now, and we continue for bring the news way relevant to Una as election stands 17 days, even though there are question marks around that. Please continue for.
Yeah.
Okay, Sekou just reading his notes, and Mr. Margai is off camera. So just for reminding again, this is not the TNN TV Media Empire platform. This is the 7th of June, 2023. Elections is looming large. The steam boiler, it don't reach the boiling point if you don't go over the boiling point. We did at a stage when the critical mass, and we get a very, very strong personality at the platform tonight, who is not known for sitting on the fence once more. He's speaking his mind, very principled, and he has been consistent over the many years. And from what he pronounced now tonight, not only tonight, even if we can go back to most of the interviews in papers, then where you don't write, in legal briefings, you will see that he's a patriot, he's a son of the soil, he's been consistent, he's got integrity, and you name it. And I'm saying this on the record because, after all, if we were to revert to what I just talked about, you will see it for yourself. Sekou John.
Okay, thank you so much. Mr. Margai, I want to take you to these elections, we wanna get a coalition arrangement with the other parties, them, including the APC. But you not feel say if una all let's say contest for the presidency, you wanna they reduce una chances rather than una been for don't do a similar thing with the una support one candidate and then maybe una fill in parliamentary and local council. You know if you say that go reduce una chances, we una all get candidate for presidential candidates.
Well, you see, if we really want to be democratic, I think say now the best approach this, let we give the citizenry an opportunity for express their choice, their preference. Then if we get for going to a runoff, now that time now we go congregate and show with strength.
Okay, thank you so much for that. But again, critics then go say, well, if the opposition, even though you emphasize on being democratic or at least respecting democratic values, but critics then go say, well, if the opposition una all man get the candidate them, then una they make una self weak while the ruling party go become stronger. What you go tell them people in there?
No, I don't think so. I mean, some people then go think so, but I don't think so. Like I've been telling you, in the north, without any contradiction, APC is the strongest, whether na northeast, northwest. The southeast, PMDC is stronger. You know why I make a talk so?
No.
If you talk privately to Christiana Thorpe and others, in 2007, PMDC been win 37 parliamentary seats. But okay. SLPP then go bribe NEC at that time for make the contest be between them and the APC. When John Benjamin, a couple of months, came at me host and asked for support for SLPP, now I tell her, I say, bo, what you have been do? It been wrong. Go. Now I say, well, Brachas, let us forget about that and they don't be. We go big. We don't want them kind of politics in this country. Make the people them use the initiative. Push discretion that they want make a govern. This is not the choice of democracy. But for go give people the rest, give them money, me not sabi that one day. I not meet an house. Not also me daddy be they practice politics. Some Milton not practice politics that way there. And nobody can be more SLPP than me. Because some Miltons are Albert. Now then have been the lead founders of SLPP in 1953. First Prime Minister, second Prime Minister. So I have a pedigree. I have a proven track record. And I think I have built upon that over the years as a lawyer, as a politician. So make the people of this country, for once, give me the opportunity for redeem them. They will not be disappointed.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. And again, some Sierra Leoneans deal with the views. Say, some man they tell you say Salon no they go before. Now so some man can say. And then say now there is no way democracy or no voting, no they change the system, because then they tell you say from Sir Albert, J. Kanseka Stevens, they say now the same problems they in the country. What are the views on that?
Me go tell you, when me daddy succeeds Hamilton in 1964, when Hamilton died, now the time Papa introduced the Leon. That year, the August 64, now I go for continue my schooling in Dublin, Ireland, Blackrock College. When I take some Leons go, I not go to banco, I go to shop, I go change them. The Leon was twice stronger than the Irish and British pound. With the JJ Sapphires where they claim for no economics, waiting don't happen. All right, we know say Shaka Simmons will make mistake where he been de-link the Leon from the pound.
Yeah.
But succeeding governments not make any attempt for correct that mistake there. Now that makes 80 days. How much now the exchange rate now between the Leon and the dollar? Unprecedented. So make them not talk about Ukraine, talk about the money where God don't concentrate now this country. We know for they go big. Last week, Ayere Madabio, they talk now in campaign say America don't decide for give we 400 million plus. But we for be ashamed with such wealth within this nation. Now we for they give money. America then we get deficit problem until because of the bipartisan where the two main parties then come together. Because there are more than 10 parties in America, but there are two no more we sabi, the Democrats and the Republicans. They come together in the national interest for address that deficit. The people then get problem. Then will they go about the again for cancer we own problem when they give we with TFAM. Most politicians then not thieves. Most of them, not all of them, but I go say 75% are thieves.
Okay. We need to bring this interview to an end because we don't spend quite a number of hours on this interview. I know Charles Margai is willing for go on and on with the interview because the idea that we've had you for the first time, but definitely not the last, means that viewers then from this platform go hear from you again, sir. But Sekou John still there on the track. I mean, just to send a reminder that at some point the interview will have to come to an end because we are approaching 10. I mean 11 o'clock, not half past, which might mean to you about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock now you start. You've done quite well. Sekou John.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you very much for organizing it. And the appeal to listeners for send whatever contribution in kind or in cash, my daughter go give in contact number. If they appreciate all we don't say.
Yes, sir. Before he give you that number there, we get one more question for you, sir.
Yes.
Okay. So let's say Sierra Leone, people and they blame the politicians them for being responsible for who side Sierra Leone did so today. For man, they blame the masses. Would are you go blame for the problems of Sierra Leone?
They are quite right. They are absolutely right. They can write an article about the type of politics we for practice in Africa. Apart from the presidency, local council, parliamentary, in my view, should be non-partisan. By that I mean, for belong to any political party, you they go into contest on your own strength. Now this party color, now they bring all this fet and wait and call. But they can't release an article just now. My perception of the type of politics that should be practiced in third world countries where go bring peace, stability, and prosperity.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can tell your daughter now for give the number out.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Right. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here we've had it. When we say something, obviously we mean it. And we thank you very much, those of you who tune in, even as we don't come to the end of the program. There's 250 of us still watching. But I go ask if we will begin for wind down, because effectively this program has come to an end. But before we go, we've got the daughter of Charlse Margai on the screen. And I believe she gets some information where you want part to be with. We will continue for use on this platform. And at this point in time, will you introduce yourself, please?
Good evening, viewers. My name is Watima Margai. I'm just here to give you the number if you want to support us. It's +232 30275733. +232 30275733. Thank you.
Okay, you don't tell me much about it apart from the number we give, because we expect for host you yourself. We understand you've got a campaign of yours where you did launch or you launch
well,
in the Aspire office. So
yeah.
before we host you, maybe you can give me the preamble before they reach.
Okay. At the run as a candidate for Member of Parliament for Moyamba District for the forthcoming elections, the 24th of June, 2023.
Okay, Batima, many thanks for that. And we hope for host you soon at the TV Media Empire platform. And once we convey with thanks and appreciations to the PA, for putting a seat for this late hour, this long period of time, but definitely in service to the nation, and we are very thankful. Thank you so much, my dear sister. Sekou John, you want to close the program?
Okay, fumble them. This now how would they end this program for today? We have been listening to Mr. Charlse Francis Margai. He don't give you a lot of information. Una can still go like, okay, if you know able listen everything, una get una own time again at una own time, una pace for go listen back. Waiting Charlse Francis Margai talk about the elections, like them, the coalition with the other party, them, because it give you a lot of information we will help with. So now, so we end the program for today. Me na Sekou John. Until then, I say tata.
Yes, so na do here for una self. And at Sekou John, they say tata. Myself want say tata to una, but we just want to put the Charlse Margai campaign thing across the screen or on the ticker scroller beneath. So una go see her for una self. And at least if you are interested in the Charlse Margai program, please try for contribute. Now the number down there in there at the screen. So we go hold on for just probably 60 seconds, 1 minute. And then obviously the program is effectively has come to an end. At the same time, can I say thank you to all the followers. This is a critical time now in nation in history. And we need for make mature decisions. And that's what they try for doing now, for providing knowledge, so that decisions we Fambulen will eventually make will be based on an informed choice. I sure say una go don't get this number by now. If una need any further details about the Charlse Margai campaign, PMDC, una can contact either Sekou John or myself, or the TNN TV Media Empire. We continue for remain impartial. We continue for remain right in the middle and trying for be objective. We continue for send an invitation to the general body politic of Sierra Leone, which includes everybody, the APC, SLPP, PMDC, NDA. And as a matter of fact, on Friday, the mayoral candidate for the NDA will be on this platform. I repeat, the mayor for the NDA, candidate for NDA, will be on this platform. Mr. Sheriff Barry will be on this platform. Don't forget for tuning. And in fact, for the dial no Hamburg, not touch them. Just left and so as they left you tonight. Once again, this has been a TNN TV Media Empire production. Thanks to Sekou John, and good night for now. Bye-bye.